Welcome to today's video. We're going to be talking about choosing the product. Yesterday we found 10 ideas. There'll be a video linked in the description. Go watch that one if you haven't watched it already. Here we are. Jump back in my screen. We're picking up right where we left off. This is tofu cat litter. Yep. So that's the end of the video, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. So we'll open up X right here. As I mentioned yesterday, if you want to follow along with this video series that I'm doing, somehow for some reason you found this video first, I'm just doing a free course level masterclass type thing for finding products, real time, very minimal editing. All you need to, you don't need to pay me, trust me. All you need to follow along is the software that I'm using for your benefit. There's a link in the description to get that. So let's see, this is ridiculous. Why are these selling so much? This must be a TikTok thing. It must be. If I go to tofu litter, it's gonna be just a big giant, oh, it's been slow and steady growth. Weird. Okay, let's open to their search volume. What the hell is it? You know, as someone who eats a fair bit of tofu, someone who likes, yeah, that's disturbing. That's fine though. Good idea? Bad idea? What do we think? Well, there's a bunch of just weird packaging. The look on my face right now. Tofu cat litter. Here's my concern. Seems like everyone and their brothers figured out about this one before me. That's not my concern, I'm just saying. That's a side note, not my concern. What is it that's gonna actually make people believe that they should buy from you? Like, they've searched tofu litter. They've done this. They see your packaging. I'm picturing, I don't know what I'm picturing, but I'm picturing packaging that looks different than this. Mascot, cat, something to do with tofu, maybe a pho, maybe a nice broth, miso. You can tell I'm getting hungry. But sorry, this is how I think. So you got to go with me here, and you might learn something. You just might mess around and learn something. There's a creative process that happens when I look at a market. I first think, like, how do I just get people to click on me? Honestly, if you're going to learn one thing this video, value up front, as always. How do you get people to click on you and go crazy? Absurd, obscene, go way out. Well, if I put like a block of tofu with a knife trying to kill the cat is peeing on it, and it's like, people might click on that. I don't know if you'd be able to post it, but if it was there, do you see what I mean when I say go way out? The goal is to grab attention, get their attention. I don't know why. There's something, I gotta get this out so that I just say it. There's like something to do with a bowl, some type of cuisine that would normally have tofu in it. There's a cat doing something that he shouldn't be above the bowl. That could be something. We might be able to get people to click. Then how do we convince them that this isn't just what everyone else has? Tofu is like a part of it, maybe not all of it. Maybe there's we look at the core elements the reviews have been about. What are the problems? Is it like a scent thing? What's going on? And how do we solve at least one more thing in a proprietary way? So if you have that concoction there, cocktail, if you will, cattail, product development, meaning you have to have a new innovative solution that is not too futuristic or over-innovated or over-engineered. It's hitting the sweet spot. And you can look at the elements the market currently competes on to figure this out. Scroll a little bit for everyone who has TikTok brain, right? Let's just get that out of the way so you don't click off the video. There we go. There, you happy now? So let me explain this principle and you can stare at this. What was I gonna say? There's a great book called Blue Ocean Strategy by Chan Kim, Renee Malborn. Okay, 4 elements framework. What are the elements of this that this market currently competes on that you can raise well above industry standard? Let me just rock with me for a second. I'm gonna explain all 4 of them. What is the element of the market, or what is the element of the product that market is currently competing on that we're going to reduce well below industry standard? So something about the product we're going to greatly increase the quality of, something we're going to greatly decrease the quality of. It's been over-engineered, it's unnecessary. What's an element of the product we're going to get rid of altogether? This element serves no good. Okay, by getting rid of it, we can just save costs. Whether it's there or not, it doesn't need to be there. We see this all the time in bundles. You don't need to include the carry case and the this and the that and the cleaning cloth and you're just bringing your costs up. They would have bought it if it was just the product. Okay, there's that example. And the last one is the inversion of this one. What is the element of the product that you're going to introduce to the market that no current competitors compete on? So to find that thing, I generally look in similar markets that are close by. Right, so not this one, but sometimes my best ideas come from neighboring markets. Similar kinds of things for other markets where we can go in, look at what elements, we go do the 4 elements framework again, figure out what elements we have to work with there, go read reviews, go look at Reddit forums, questions about the products, FAQs. determine what those elements are, and then now you have this kind of like these ingredients to work with in your mind to come up with how we're going to create a value innovated product that's actually in a category of one. It stands by itself. There's nothing quite like it. Solves the same solution for the same person with the same search volume, but you're the clear choice all of a sudden, right? There's nothing else like you. Similar, but not you. Combine that with fantastic marketing, great package design, and that like is that. You hear that on the mic? Sounds like there's a whale outside of my apartment. Anyway, now that you understand the lens through which I'm looking at these markets, we're going to go through all of them and potentially pick a handful that I think are at least interesting or top contenders for ones that I would then go and pursue, try and find manufacturers for, start dreaming up packaging using ChatGPT to generate some 3D rendered ideas, and going from there. Start all the way at the left here. We have our paw cleaner. How do I stand out? How do I get their attention right away? Go. Crazy. What can I do? I think satisfying something would be good here, where it's like a dirty paw that's half clean, and the bottle is like very high contrast, modern color scheme, bold. This wouldn't be too hard to make, so I'm thinking through my checklist. Main image, just like, how do I stand out here? Could I? Yes, I could. Okay, cool. Then I have to start thinking about value innovation. Well, let's go see what the best seller does. I have such bad gut rot right now. Dear God. Take like a quick look through their photos. Okay, it looks good. It looks trustworthy. It looks like it's gentle. Looks kind of indie, modern. Looks good. See what the reviews say. Ones near the top are generally the most helpful because they've been rated most helpful. Quite literally. No rinse formula stood out to me right away, just looking through here. Cleans paws well. Everyone seems to be pretty happy with this. Okay, so I don't think much has to change here. Sometimes it's the subtlety in how you present something that gets it to work, not necessarily this big revolutionary thing. If there's one thing I've seen new students come to me for maybe one-on-one calls, and they tend to be thinking too big. They're thinking about this one big giant leap that's going to knock over all the other dominoes. It's typically not. It's typically nuance. It's already there. You don't have to go find it. It's already in the market, floating around. You just kind of got to plug these pieces together. Okay. If there's one thing that I'm noticing, this mud buster thing, the thing we just saw that video for, that looked messed up. Like you have to, you're putting in, there's collecting dirty water, is collecting. I'd much prefer, like just from a use standpoint, this seems to be the way to go. But now I want to propose something to you, or not propose really, but explain. You cannot, I repeat, I'm going to say this again, you cannot sell what everyone already sells. Maybe the nature of the product is the same. It still has to solve the same problem, right? I'm not saying don't sell a paw cleaner, sell a paw cleaner, but you have to have this element of yours that is uniquely you. So maybe it comes in a different applicator. Maybe it comes in the form of a new method altogether. Maybe it's something to just stand on. Maybe it, I'm thinking this way. Maybe it is just two separate things. It's literally just a cleaner. Who knows? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it in a way of what's different here. What tends to make me like a market is when the number of things I have to do to be different are greatly decreased or simplified and made easy to me, because what I have to change is maybe just an ingredient or a formula, not necessarily remember what I said in our last video about the utility of the product, a mechanical thing that I have to engineer. That costs money. That takes time. Much easier to just come up with a new formula. We don't need to give it a name. We don't need to give it a rating yet. We're just looking and I'm explaining. And that's the value of this video. We're choosing through open awareness of what is here and what we know we need to do. In any market, my goal is I want to be the best seller here. I want to be the clear choice here. So we're just using these simple practices and methods that I've provided to realize what that would look like. Now here seems to be there's two common systems. There's kind of like a trow, and then there is more of like an individual unit there with head holes and whatnot. This one's for chicks. It sells a lot more than the big ones. Hopefully you know by this time, what don't I like about this? It's gonna be hard to engineer this. It's gonna be hard to come up with a unique proprietary thing for this. It is mechanical. It is hard to develop, hard to source. It's literally hard. It's hard to ship. It's solid and rigid with a lot of empty space inside of it. It's just big, bulky, clumsy. I'm going to leave it there, but we're going to click off of it in case you want to reference it again. These are just so, get the hell out of here. We're done with you. All right, now we're talking. So blueberry fertilizer. Is this a brand name? That was my initial reaction. It's literally fertilizer for berries. That one and that one seem to be doing the best. There we go. There we go. There we go. Wow. Interesting. Highly seasonal. We've got berries blooming on my running trails right now in the Pacific Northwest. And I can tell you, they're not there most of the year. Spring and summer. Really crushing it now. Good thing to keep on your radar. And I'm not going to shoot this down just because it's seasonal. It's a big misconception. If I have a product that sells $100,000 in the summer, and it only sells 10 grand or 20 grand in the winter, or nothing at all even, but I know I'm going to make $700,000 in a year selling it from February through September. What is I fail to see the problem in that, if that's a skew that you have. Yeah, it's not maybe the most consistent thing, but it's consistent in its inconsistency. You know it's going to come back next year. I love it. Love everything about it. Because here's the play. You're buying a bottle here. I'm confident in my ability to create a better bottle than anyone on the market, or a better bag. Truly. You all should be too, with the tools that are available to us nowadays. Genius product. That's all I have to say about it, honestly. Right? Because we know people want to grow bigger, better berries. We play with puns, and we play with berries, and we make the thing look like a bush, and it's growing off, and there's we're the only one who has a little arm coming off, a branch coming. This is a new thing that tends to be happening. My computer software, or my camera software, is no longer supports I updated my computer. God damn it. Okay, it's great. It's really good. You're playing with formulas. You're sourcing in the US. You're sourcing locally. You can have a proprietary blend. You have custom packaging. The whole operation is going to cost you probably $6 grand. And you're selling on Amazon, maybe not in prime time this year, but you start working on it. Maybe you're just in time for next year's best season, and you catch the end of this season, and you start launching products that sell in the off season too. So what is the problem here? There's no problem. This is fantastic. And if we only found this product, I would be happy with the outcome of this video and being able to showcase something like that. I get worried right away about fit issues. To think that through a little bit. There's actually a lot I don't like about this. Very subjective. How do you know which one you like? A lot of it's color, a lot of it's... Come on, don't do that. We don't need this. All right. Yeah. No. It's just too subjective, right? There's no best one here. There's no best one. Maybe it's the Crusader, but other than that, come on. It's like selling beanies for humans almost. How do you say which one's the best? All right, milk thistle. I can say scientifically, by the way, going back to my previous comment, what berry fertilizer is the best. I can tell you the nutrient makeup of that, what that actually is, and bioavailability and how that works. Like, you see how I can prove to you that I'm the best. Same thing here. I wonder, is the dog supplement space as competitive from like a bid perspective, PPC, and just overall competition perspective as human supplement? Surely not. Let me go to keywords. I don't know if that one will tell me. I think I have to go to X-ray keywords. But the market looks good. There's actually, Amazon's not selling any of these, so that's a good sign. All US sellers, as suspected, and really diverse revenue. So everyone's getting a little piece of the pie here. How do we stand out? It's a packaging play. It's a formulation play. Anything like this can work. Truly. I mean, great new coffee companies are started today. Great new supplement brands are started today. Great new protein brands. It's crazy. You think, don't we have enough of these? Yeah. But they're buying your story and your packaging and your feel. And if you make something that they want to click on, and then you convince them that you have something proprietary yours that no one else has, and it works because of this, but you do that through imagery. It's not necessarily, when people say that, they think I'm talking about a written story. No, you want it to be like this, right? Intuition. Scat mat for cats. What do we think scatting is in this context? There's like spikes on these. Is this how you kill your cat? That's what these are? Here you go, buddy. Bed of nails. Out of principle, I can't support that. I know that's probably not what it is. I'm just messing around. But, okay, so here we are again. The nature of this and this last one, well, this one's very bulky. I guess 13 by 13. It depends how much it weighs, but for $30 is okay. You can have 20% margins around there. Oh, well, that 13 by 13 is just, yeah, that's pretty bulky. I don't know. Yeah, he's a good example. No one wants to pay more for this. They want the one that looks the best for the least. They're doing a good job. I don't need to compete with them. We're done. I can't make a better one. Now clay, I can make a better clay. Again, we're back to this works for this reason. Why is this the best clay? What does it look like? Mostly, what does it look like? This one sells $1,000 a month. They make $30,000 a month selling clay. Enough said? Okay, good. Now granted, here, keep this in mind. How much did that one weigh? That sucker's 10 pounds and it's 30 bucks. Fees are starting to become a little worrisome at that point. These are all just numbers that we run. Maybe clay is so inexpensive that it doesn't matter, which very well could be the case. And finally, we're back to tofu cat litter. Do we have one more after this? Okay, we came full circle. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe down below. I hope you liked this little 2-day free masterclass, mastermind, call it what you will, in product research, where I just do 10 ideas, find them, and then I analyze every single one of them. I know I'm a little bit silly at times, and sometimes I'm not taking it extremely seriously, but there is nuggets of information throughout all of this. It's what I think about full time. So thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Later.